welcome everybody.
Chairperson Mike Seville,
Here.
Vice Chair Bill Donnell,
Here.
Alderwoman Wani Garza,
Here.
Alder-
Approval of the minutes. 24-0274.
Second.
The minutes for the PHS and T committee held on April 9th, 2024 is moved by Alderman Estiaco, second by Alderwoman Garza. Any corrections, additions, or deletions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried 4-0. Any members of the public wishing to give comment?
No, there is not.
Okay, we'll move into
Good afternoon, committee. Jennifer Stallings, City Clerk. This is a pretty simple franchise takeover from the corporate. Mr. Giwala is here. He will be the new owner of the 7-Eleven on North Eola. If you have any questions for him or would like him to introduce himself, he can come up and do that.
Hello, I'm Deval Giwala. I'm the future new owner of the 7-Eleven on 1202 North Eola Road. Thank you. I'm a first-time franchisee, but that's pretty much it. I'm excited to be part of the community. No, I haven't.
right up to the microphone. You have a volume on this? All right. Okay, any questions of the committee?
Yeah, so you never worked with 7-Eleven, you say?
No, I haven't. But
Okay, so you don't have experience when teenagers go in and try to get liquor?
no, but I did work at CVS and Walgreens.
Okay.
As a manager, and we did have liquor sales, we did have cigarette sales, so I'm gonna ensure that all my employees are BASSET trained, but also keep them on their feet by making sure they're not either selling to a young age or selling anyone without an ID.
Yes, 'cause sometimes they're using fake IDs.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
I'm aware.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Been moved by Alderman Donnell, second by Alderwoman Garza. Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried 4-0. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the second item on the agenda is 24-0258, resolution approving estimated payments in the amount of $122,000 to Macon County Law Enforcement in partnership with Richland Community College for police recruit training, lodging, and meals in 2024. Welcome.
Good afternoon, committee. Lieutenant Bill Rowley, Administrative Services Lieutenant for the Police Department. I wanted to point out some interesting aspects to this year's request. In years going back, we'll say 4 or 5 years ago, the state was offering either a full or a partial reimbursement for all of our recruit police academy costs, and that halted for a while, but I am pleased to report that that is back. In fact, one of your attachments shows reimbursements for their fiscal year, which of course is January 1 through June 30th of each year. So I have 2 instances there where the state has demonstrated reimbursement. One was for $12,548. For that was 7/1/21 through 6/30 of 22. And then most recently, we have $78,406 that were reimbursed to us from the state of Illinois. And that was issued on 11/18 of 22. And that's for the period ending on 7/1 of 23. I'm sorry, 6/30 of 23. So we anticipate further reimbursements from the state. We have no reason to think that they've run out of money again. So as part of our request here for the approval to pay the bills to McCletsy for our police academy. I just want to make sure that everyone's aware that we are actively getting reimbursements. We're seeking reimbursements, and we're getting them back from the state in a relatively timely manner. So,
Any questions? And you think it's going to be 100% moving forward?
I don't think I have that. I just don't think I've got that crystal ball
Yeah,
with me.
okay.
But I do know that we'll get something. And so far, it's been roughly 100%, so I have no reason to think not.
Okay. Thank
Motion
you.
to approve?
Motion made by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Bill Donnell. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried 4
Thank
to
you.
nothing. Thank you, Bill. The next item is 24-0266, resolution establishing the maximum number of licenses for tattoo and body art establishments in the city of Aurora in accordance with Chapter 25, Article 11, tattoo and body art establishments. Anybody from staff looking to do this and present? Alderman Masiacos. Get it? Yes.
There you go. So I want to know if we have an applicant right now to expand. That doesn't expand, right? Or did I read it wrong? They're seeking to increase the number of available licenses from 4 to 5. Is there somebody here, is there a fifth? And
It's
if so,
from
who-
Lisa Cepeda, Revenue Collections Manager.
And who would it be?
Would the deputy mayor know anything about this? Okay.
With their microphones.
Not
I
sure.
don't know.
Mr. Chairman, also, while we're looking for that, also, I think we'd like to know where it is because of the half-mile rule, so that we can make an informed decision.
Well, should we move down to the next item while we're waiting? In the interest of time? Okay, we'll go down to 24-0273, a resolution awarding West Hauling Landscaping and Tavares and Sons Lawn Care Illinois as the 2024 contractors with a possible 2-year extension for lawn mowing services as part of the special lawn mowing support program within the city of Aurora, Illinois. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Good afternoon. Katrina Boatwright, Manager for Seniors and Disability Services. Are there any questions?
Would you like to explain a little bit about what's going on here?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're doing our annual senior lawn mowing program for persons with disabilities and seniors. We did do a bid for our contractors again this year, and we did receive 4 eligible bidders. However, with our increase of the numbers, we moved up to 100 this year. I'm very excited. We go up 25 each year. And we thought, based on experiences from last year, the capacity for one contractor to do all homes, it was getting a little taxing. They were kind of getting later and not doing them consistently. So my thought was to expand the contractor's usage this year. And so we did go with the the 3 lowest bidders, and we're gonna split up the homes with those contractors for efficiency.
Okay.
Question?
Alderwoman Garza?
Katrina, so the people already, or the seniors already are in the list, they continue every year the same seniors?
No, our program isn't like that, and it may be an opportunity to reevaluate.
So they have to
We
reapply
have
every
to
single
reapply
year?
Each year, and that
Okay.
gives new seniors an opportunity whose situations may change and they may become more critical. That give them an opportunity to then be considered, opposed to just only serving those same residents each year.
Yeah. So my other question, this is the people using already the taking care of the loan from township, so there's not duplicated, or they're not doing the same people, no?
No.
Because I
there's-
know township have big lists too.
They do. So we do communicate
Okay.
to make sure we're not getting duplicates. And if we identify someone that's on our list, or they do, they'll make them call the other sponsor, right, and say you have to choose. And so we make them choose who they want to be with. Yeah.
Okay,
And
Thank you.
Katrina, do we know how many people the township serves?
They serve about 100 also. They may have a little more than that.
Mhm.
And that, last I spoke, they had a small waiting list also, and we have a very large waiting list.
Yeah, and would you know if their service area is just the township unincorporated, or is it everywhere in the township, including the
It's
city?
everyone.
Good.
They serve those that are in the, outside of
Yeah.
the township also.
Great, it's a great program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the city list, we have waiting list.
We do have a waiting list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I hear because in the neighborhood groups, the majority loses, it's all Latinos, so they say they never get it. So they are waiting and waiting, but they don't have the opportunity to have the service. When they apply, they say it's already full. It's already,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do know we do have a lot of multicultural
so how
people
you
that are on the
doing
list.
to qualify? So who is qualifying, or which ward qualifying, or which seniors from different areas qualifying? Because look like what I hear in the Latino neighborhoods, I hear like they never get the chance to get in the program. So how you want to do it to be equal for the whole city?
Yeah, one, I would love to speak with those residents or that pool to see what their barriers are and why that's not happening for them. Because we do open registration for everyone at the same time. We put it on the same platforms to make sure everyone knows. Then there's a
Yes.
window for the day where they can register. If they're on the list and feel like they're not getting selected, I would love to talk about that. But just so you all know, the way we do the selection process is based on the criteria that we ask on the application, which is, do you have any urgent health conditions that prevent you from being able to do any service
Yeah.
like that, right? Do you have any disabilities? So we go through that criteria and we prioritize based on those
So the only
needs.
they do online? Because some of the seniors is the barrier we have it. So
Yeah.
some, they don't have grandkids or somebody to fill out the application, and I think it's one of the issues.
Yeah, well, what we do, and maybe it's not enough, but what I do to combat that is we allow them to call my team and customer service and say, hey, I want to sign up for the lawn mowing program, and we will insert their information on their behalf and submit their application. So all they have to do is make a phone call, and then someone else will do that work for them, so that technology isn't a barrier.
This is great, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, some of the seniors, I know personal, some seniors, they don't have not even computer in home. So they're not technology, they don't know enough technology, and they don't have grandkids to help them with that.
Well,
But
just so you
it's
know,
a
they
need.
can call.
Yeah, it's
We'll
a
do
need,
for 'em.
and so I think we need more information for that. Like they can phone call, and you guys fill out the application, and it's gonna be great because I know it's some kind of a barrier in there, and so I'm talking for that because I know every year is the same frustration. So they're not in the list, and sometimes they worry so much because when the grass is growing, so they want to have tickets from the city, and they call me, and I feel bad for the seniors.
Yeah, me too. We have a strong waiting list. The same people may or may not get on each time based on their conditions, their circumstances, and their criteria. I think that's the best we can do at this time until we can get more funding to support more residents because the need is great.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Yes, Alderman Donnell.
So as, in my former life at the Park District, I did this type of work. We bid out contract maintenance. And I did talk to purchasing a little bit before the meeting. There's like a $15 swing between some of these contractors for the same size yard. So they're gonna, will that low bid, will he be rewarded with anything like first choice, to try to keep him, in a sense of fairness, happy?
First choice, not necessarily, but he will get a larger percentage of the homes because of his rate, yeah. But we think after a contractor's doing more than 50, it becomes more taxing, the rotation isn't as smooth, right? The scheduling for the homes, then the seniors will start calling, when are they coming? So I think giving the lowest bidder 50% of the homes and then splitting the other 50% with the other two contractors is the plan.
Yeah, and I would think they would want to have them in the same location.
Absolutely.
Less travel, kind of
Yep,
thing.
GIS does help me with that, and we give them all the homes based on proximity.
Okay, and I do know that You know, we bid out plumbing contract work, and one guy gets paid different than the other guy based on whatever they bid, so I guess you have to be happy with that, so,
Yeah, I can't do much about that, sir, you're right.
you're right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
though. Thank you.
Okay,
Mr.
any other
Chairman?
questions?
I do, Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Yakos?
Do we collect the data and sort it out per ward?
I do have that.
Oh, do you mind sharing that with us?
Absolutely.
Before by COW? Be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. I can send it via Rich to an email to you guys, and you can see the breakout.
Okay, and besides our social media platforms and everything that we have available here at the city, do we do any additional research, or I should say outreach, through other community leaders and partners to help get the message out?
Yeah, so we do
And-
send it out to our community partners. So we do that. And also, I have like my own database of seniors who have participated in things, about 600, and I send letters out to them so that they are made aware of also.
When you say community partners, can you give me an example of what type community partners we're?
Yeah, like senior services, they'll get it because they have seniors that drive and commute.
Okay.
Constitution House doesn't, but they spread it out because there's relatives. So we just let everyone know, hey, spread the word to a senior that may or may not be one of your clientels, but they may be in your network. So that's just an additional way to make sure people know that the opportunity is
Okay.
coming.
Yeah, the only concern I have is if my father was still around, I don't think he'd have an opportunity to qualify for this because he wouldn't know how to do an online application. He just did not have computers or technology or a cell phone. He just had a flip and he was happy with that.
Well, he could have used his flip and called us and we would have registered for him.
Okay, so there we go. All right, so.
That process is in place.
All right,
So they can
so
call
we-
a number and we got their back.
Beautiful. So they would call customer service?
Yes, they can
All
call
right.
customer service.
There you go. Now you answered my question. Thank you so much.
My
All right,
pleasure.
you got it covered.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, any other discussion?
No.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion been made by Alderman Garza,
Second?
second by Alderman Denell. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried 4-0. Thanks, Katrina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go back to item number 24-0266. There's a staff member here to present.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Jennifer Stalling, City Clerk. Lisa Zepeda just went down to get the application, so she will be up to answer any specific questions that you might have. But as far as the process goes, it's a little bit different than the liquor license approval in that we have a set number of licenses, currently at 4. We're asking to increase them to 5, but it's not dependent upon the specific applicant. So it's not as though we would have an applicant come in and present or introduce themselves to you in the same way that we do on the liquor license applications. Alderman Masiacos, I know that you asked about the distance requirement.
No, I did not.
Okay,
I didn't ask that question. Somebody else on the
Alderman
committee did.
sorry.
Alderman Denell did.
okay.
Proximity.
Yeah, so they are not allowed to be within 2,640 feet from another licensed tattoo establishment. When Lisa comes up, she can give you the specifics about what is around, but she did tell me that the applicant that they have does meet all of the criteria, but there's no current license available for them. And that's what we're asking you to do, is increase the number of licenses.
And do we have the
So,
the
since-
address?
She will come up with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I guess,
Yes.
since we're waiting here, my thought is, how do we add that to our docket? Like the other projects traditionally provide, like liquor licenses?
Well, I think that if you would like a different process, that can certainly be addressed. And it makes sense if you feel that you want to know who the applicant is, very similarly to the liquor license applicants. I don't believe that it is prohibited by the code as it stands currently. So if that's something that you would like to review more specifically to the applicant, that information could likely, I don't know why it couldn't be put into the Legistar item for you.
Yeah, I think it'd be informative to know where the location is and
Yeah.
who the owner is and hours of operation. I think it'd be important to know.
I think the alderman, who its business would be going into, the community would like to know as well.
Chairman, I think we have already the hours. It's only until 10 p.m. So if customers are still inside, they can be there, but no, they're not getting no more after 10 p.m. We have already that. But what we don't have it is the distance from one to another one. So we need to take a look at that because we don't want, I'm saying downtown all full of tattoo parlors, or some areas segregate all together in there. So we need to take a look at that.
Okay.
So I think if you don't mind waiting, she was just running down to her office and she can provide you specifics, or if you would prefer, I don't know if you would prefer not to wait and to ask that the information be provided prior to the COW meeting. We could do that too.
Lisa's here, I think.
Since you didn't have it in
Lisa's here, I think.
advance. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for keeping you.
Hi.
So I understand you have questions regarding the tattoo parlor.
Yeah, did you want to recognize yourself, introduce yourself to us for the record?
My name is Lisa Zepeda. I am the manager of Revenue and Collections.
Yeah, welcome, thank you. Yeah, some of the questions that we had were, what is the address and who are the owners and what are the days of operation? And
The applicant's name is Brandon Rodriguez. He wants to operate at 559 High Street. And the name of the establishment is Paradise Tattoo. He plans to be open, sorry, I've never done this before, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. He has gone through all of the necessary procedures that we
did you
ask.
want to bring the
I don't
microphone
know
closer
if
to
the
you?
microphone is on because,
It's on.
Is-
yeah,
okay.
'cause I didn't hear you.
We're having microphone problems up here too, so
Okay.
welcome.
Sorry, I kind of ran from downstairs too. So he has applied and paid all of the necessary registration fees and provided all the other licensing requirements. It's just this last step that we're asking for an increase in the number of permitted licenses for tattoo parlors within the city. Currently, we have 4, and this would increase it to 5.
And you said the address is 559 High Street?
Correct.
Okay.
559 what?
559 High Street.
Oh, High Street, okay.
Mm-hmm. So zoning has done all of their necessary reviews, and that it's not in proximity of any other businesses or things that are not allowed.
Is
under our
already a
ordinance.
beauty salon in there?
I'm not sure what's there at the moment.
Sound like. Oh, it's a barber shop.
It's a barber shop?
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, it sounds like you've already done the work. Maybe by the time we have COW, we could have a map illustrating where the locations were, so that we're not surprised that, I understand you telling us that it's more than a half mile from another one, but it'd be nice to see an illustration of that. Is that
Okay.
possible?
Sure, absolutely.
And it has the, I would gather, the appropriate zoning, obviously. You know what business zoning it has?
What, I'm sorry, what?
Does it have a B2 or B3 business zoning, do you know?
Offhand, I don't recall what the zoning is. But I can provide that,
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good.
Okay,
And we can get it uploaded, can't we, for COW? 2 weeks' time?
sure.
And the docket, that'd be great. The
Okay.
applicant's application
Okay, great,
for our colleagues in city council.
okay. I take it it's in the first ward,
Mhm.
this address? It's in the first ward?
I don't know what ward 559 High Street is, yes? Okay.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Okay. Any other questions of Lisa? Is there a motion?
And And I just want to add, it's my understanding that this was voted on last year, that it's not necessarily the applicant that is supposed to be what's decided today. It's more or less, are we able to add one more license to the overall number? So that is why I wasn't prepared to come today. But I can provide whatever documents you want to see for the next COW meeting.
So if I heard that right, you're just looking to increase the number from 4 to 5, but it still hasn't been decided that this person's going to be going in there? It still
No.
needs to be reviewed?
I don't believe that was for council to review. I think it was just whether or not the number should be increased or not.
Right, but what I'm asking is that the individual that wants to locate his business there as a
Has
tattoo
applied.
parlor.
There is an applicant, yes.
Yeah, he's already gone through that application process, and you've already
Yes.
reviewed it and
Mhm.
approved it officially?
We have not officially approved it because it is pending this increase in the license
Okay.
number.
Great.
Mr. Chairman,
Alderman
I'm going to
Jones.
echo some of the comments that obviously Alderman Garza remembers the discussion we had about hours of operation and you know, at one point, we kind of contracted where we weren't going to have any tattoo parlors there. None of them were legal, and then we had a couple of them. So I understand it. I'd like to be maybe reminded of that history of what we did last year and what we said we were going to do. Obviously, we have the half mile, which is still part of that, which I think that's something that, you know, we as aldermen have to recognize and go along with. So, and I don't want to make it difficult, but again,
Sure.
we had these discussions, and I understand that tattoos are more acceptable and things today than they were in the past, but I don't know whether we want to move it forward without a recommendation until we get this additional information, or I guess we could hold it.
That's the choice of the committee.
Well, I make motion to hold because we need a lot of more information and we need to review all what we have already last year.
A motion on the table is to hold. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion on the
Okay.
table to hold, been made by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Tenell. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried 4-0.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And is there any other business to come before the PHS&T committee?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made for adjournment from Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Bill Donnell. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 4-0. We adjourned at 4:32 PM. Thank you.